Following up on the Magic V from the start of 2022, Honor just announced an improved version of its large-size foldable marked by an S, the Magic Versus. Developments are advertised in many areas, including build, displays, and, in a way, the camera system. With the phone scheduled for a market launch on December 30th in China, however, there are still a few things to be ironed out on the software side, and the unit we have here is not review-ready just yet. The hardware is very much hands-on ready, we've been assured, so we'll settle for that. But let's quickly go over the key changes first. A gearless hinge has replaced the geared one of the Magic V. Samsung made a similar move going from Fold 3 to Fold 4, bringing the number of components down from 92 to just 4, though there has to be some semantics in there to explain the new component count. A switch from aluminum to magnesium and titanium, meanwhile, has helped shave off some 10% of the V's weight. The displays are now brighter, with a 800 nit peak claimed for the foldable panel and 1200 nits for the outer one, though the internal screen does remain capped at 90 Hz, Samsung's is 120 Hz. We will do some brightness testing later on, as we understand that to fall under the hardware category. Plus, comparisons are explicitly encouraged in the press materials we got. We won't be looking at camera samples, sadly, but that's one of the areas where the Versus brings some changes over the V. There's now a telephoto camera, albeit a modest 8MP 3x1, in place of the ultraspectrum 50MP module on the Magic V that we never quite got to experience. The ultrawide remains the same, but the primary camera is new for this generation foldable. By the looks of it, the 54MP unit is shared with the Honor 70. A couple of 16MP selfie cameras, one punch hole per display, bring the tally up to 5 cameras. The Magic Versus also gets a chipset upgrade from the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 to the Plus version. Perhaps it's too early for Honor foldables to be getting the Gen 2. A welcome battery capacity bump sees the number go from 4,750 mAh to 5,000, while the 66W charging should help keep the time you spend tied to the wall reasonable. We're always thrilled to receive a new foldable smartphone, so the arrival of the Honor Magic Versus was an event. It's even better when it's one that carries a promise for global availability, even though there's no specific timeframe for when we might see it on shelves. Realistically, the only current large foldable sold outside of China is the Galaxy Z Fold 4, with the exception of the Huawei Mate XS2, which however is handicapped by the lack of Google services support. Sadly, the Magic Versus that we had with us wasn't quite ready. That is to say, it was running a global variant of the Honor in-house OS with full Google Play support, it's just that it wasn't in a final, review-ready state. That was unfortunate, because we would have liked to explore it in more detail and run the barrage of tests we normally do, but that wouldn't have been fair on the Magic. We'll then reserve final judgment for when we get to experience a commercial-grade sample. There might be an if in there too, we'll see. As it is right now, the Magic Versus is looking promising, that's for sure.